Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Just thought I would do a topical video on the Blackpool Illuminations, which have been switched on this evening by Ollie Murs at Friday the 29th of August. The Blackpool Illuminations have created magical memories for generations, and taken a trip under the lights on foot, by car or tram and been dazzled by the amazing display brings joy to more or less everyone. These bright lights that fill tourists with awe and amazement have been doing so for over 140 years. So they've been lighting up Blackpool since 1879, but how did they begin? In 1879, the first set of illuminations were introduced when Blackpool Council devoted the sum of £5,000 to experiment with the concept of electric street lighting, starting off with 8 arc lamps on 60-foot poles along the seafront. In a time when residents were lighting their homes with candles, this installation left the public in wonderment, calling them artificial sunshine. This installation brought visitors to the seaside resort to see this new electricity at work, the start of the annual influx of tourists that we see today. However, unlike today's modern technology with the illuminations, the lamps used to go out as the tide came in due to water leaking into the cast iron wiring pipes. The closest to the modern day illumination displays first appeared in May 1912 to commemorate Blackpool's very first royal visit of Princess Louise, when she opened a new section of the promenade named after her. The illuminations became immensely popular, with thousands of people visiting the resort to see the promenade decorated with around 10,000 lights. It was such a success that the council decided to display the lights again that following September. However, hopes of the illuminations being a regular occurrence were short-lived. The outbreak of the first big disagreement in 1914 meant the light display was put on hold for a total of 11 years. The illuminations returned in 1925 bigger and better than ever before, with lights stretching several miles along the promenade from Manchester Square to Cocker Square. Don't be so immature. By 1929, all 3 of the piers were also illuminated, creating a dazzling show. Another new feature was a huge animated tableau added to the display along the cliffs. However, the illuminations were halted once again by the outbreak of the second big disagreement. The climate of the post-war Britain meant that lights did not come on again until 1949, after the council received permission from the government. Actress Anna Neagle pulled the switch and the illuminations shone once more. Since the 1950s, there have been no further interruptions